What's going on? It's your boy Sermon, the sermonsdomain.com. Young Dro is back with a new album following a mixtape that he put out earlier this year. The reality show. You know, um, I was having a conversation about Young Dro last night and how he had so much potential when Best Thing Smoking came out in 2006. And that my dude Yo was telling me, like, he feels he couldn't live up to those expectations musically, and also because he kind of was lazy with it. And when T.I. went to prison, that should have been Dro's time to really step up. But instead, B.O.B. stepped into that position, took over the mainstream, and Young Dro's been kind of limited to, like, little mixtapes here and there and albums. And it just doesn't seem like a lot of people care. And I don't know how many people even know that Young Dro put out a new album, because if I didn't frequent iTunes like I do to look at pre-orders and the charts and stuff, I wouldn't have known that the reality show is here. But I listened to it, and I gotta say, the intro, Black History, is too short. I feel like he was just beginning. Like, there was no reason to cut it short and make it under a minute when he was really going in, and it sounded like a promising concept, but it just wasn't executed as well. Um, One thing that I'm noticing is that, and this is a lot of Young Dro's music anyway, but a lot of the songs are very aggressive, and his lyricism is still good. It's still, it still sounds listenable. We in the City was a standout. Coop, which is the second record, was a standout. But the verses are crazy on that. But I wasn't too big on the hook. Um, I don't know. It's either some artists can use auto tune and some artists can't. I feel like Young Dro is one of those artists that can't, and that's where the hook of it doesn't work for me. And another thing about the auto tune is that he uses it throughout the album, and I feel like on certain records he's trying to emulate Future sound. Like, you have UGG and Hustle Gang, and I believe both of those are Zaytoven production. So maybe it's the fact that he's using this auto tune, and having Zaytoven over these Zaytoven beats that Future will use too. If you listen to the Zaytoven beats, you're like, I could hear Future on that. There's some Zaytoven beats where you're like, I don't know, like, stuff that Chief Keef is doing on his projects. But this one, it sounds like he was trying to um, look for like a Future sound on his project. And I wasn't too big on it. It wasn't executed well. It didn't work at all to me. um, Feeling Myself was another record that stood out because it's a different side of him. It's less aggressive than most of that album. It's that relationship seeking type of Young Dro. And whenever an artist does something like that, that kind of stands out from every other song, it's bound to be good or it's bound to be bad. But in this case, it was good for him. And overall, I think the reality show is worth a listen. If you're a fan of Young Dro, I don't think you'll be disappointed. You can go listen to it on Spotify, pick it up on iTunes, and those are my thoughts on the reality show. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know in the comment section when you listen to the album, and like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter at sermonsdomain. And as always, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you watching. And until next time, peace.